Hello everyone, it's Akio Bujo here, and I am here to give you guys a look at my 2020 Hobonichi weeks, which just those words leaving my mouth sounds strange and feels strange for me. If you have watched my recent videos, you will know that I have been in either pocket rings or a bound pocket-sized book all through 2019, and I know that like websites will classify the Hobonichi weeks as pocket size, but when I say pocket size, I mean like 3.5 by 5, like small. And if you go back through my channel all the way to the beginning, when I started the channel in 2018, I was actually in a Hobonichi weeks, and I stopped using it because I found this tall, skinny shape to be awkward. It reminded me of a checkbook, and I really missed the traditional pocket size. Like that's my size. That's where planner piece is for me. However, I have recently come to realize that no matter how hard I try, current pocket notebooks like the Moleskine is the closest that I came to it being perfect. That perfect pocket size notebook just doesn't exist right now. It's a real bummer. A6, ugh, I really don't like the dimensions on an A6. I would rather be in something super awkward like this than in like a blocky A6. I don't care for it. And even then, my best option would be like a Stalogy, and I have to fill everything in myself. So I like to have a predated monthly and weekly setup with a shit ton of note pages. That is what I need. In order to keep everything in one book, that's what I have to have. And while I will use a traveler's notebook to hold a bigger book like a Hobonichi Weeks or a Moleskine planner to hold it in place, I do not want a planner that's this thick with 1,000 different inserts in it. I don't like it at all. I like to say, here's my year right here in this book, and call it quits. So the Moleskine doesn't have those note pages in the back. It really sucks. I'm not willing to completely redo other just no. So until that's a thing, and I can keep my memory planning and my lists and all of that in one book with my predated monthlies and weeklies, here I excuse me, here I am in the Hobo Weeks. So I first of all have the clear cover on cover here. It is the, I don't know the name for the color, it's the hot pink sneaker edition, which I know some people are kind of about. I don't know whose sneaker Hobo Weeks haven't been laying flat, but mine did from the get-go. Like, it wasn't a problem. It's like a soft, flimsy cover. Like, I wouldn't just use it without something on it, but I like it, and I thought it was a pretty color. So inside the cover on cover, I have a piece of vellum from Banana Doodle Shop. It's the Harry Potter one. And then on top of that, I have a piece of glitter jelly paper that I had laying around. So I stuck those in the cover. I put my die cuts right on that jelly sheet and slipped it in there. So it's all on the inside. So the cover is nice and smooth, and my die cuts won't fall off. I have washied my inside cover here. It's more pink than I normally do, but I'm running low on washi tape. I really don't buy it that often, and I had like super cute washi tape that I got from Mama Jean Plans that I hadn't used, so I broke it open. So it's still got the purples, but it's got a lot of nice like spray paint pink roses in there. And so this is what I did in my Moleskine as well. I washi the inside cover, cover it in packing tape so it's like ghetto laminated, and then I take my die cuts, which I always laminate, and put my little roller adhesive on the back and stick them on here. So it's like a giant dashboard, and I can take them off and move them around and replace them anytime I want, and I won't damage the washi inside cover. So here is 2020. I'm probably going to watercolor paint this. I'm running low on time, and I really wanted to get this video out before before all you guys have made your final decisions, and you know, I want to be as helpful as I can before the new year starts. So I wanted to just like hurry up and get this out here. I'm probably going to watercolor paint this so it's prettier. I did go over it with Sharpie pen because it was super ugly. And I covered up the other years because I am totally the person to be looking at the wrong year if they're all on one page. So I cover those up, and then just I use sticky notes so that I can write random stuff there if I need to. This I have decided, well, A, I'm going to make it prettier once I start using it. And B, I'm going to use it to track my periods and my migraines. Maybe just regular headaches too, but I'm in this weird stretch where every time I get a headache, it develops into a migraine rather quickly, and I am in the dark, just feeling super sad and bored and miserable. So those are really the only things that happen to me regularly where I feel like I need to look for patterns or whatever. So there's that. This is, let me turn a page, my monthlies. I'm not done decorating these yet. I'm just using pen and marker, but I'll put my financial information on there, bills and payments due and whatever. I'm thinking of maybe doing a tracker down here for my students' attendance because I'm a special ed teacher. I only have 6 to 7 students maximum at any given time. So I was thinking of like giving them each a color or some sort of like a symbol that I have written down somewhere, so that it's still confidential, but keeping track of it here, because I keep track of it on the computer and in a teacher planner, but then my teacher planner is a hot mess, you guys. There's no passion there whatsoever. It's just like lessons and things we have to get through, and it gets moved on me all the time. So I was thinking, since I have so few students, I might use this little area down here to track their attendance for the month. So we'll see. We'll see if I do that or even stick with it. Okay, so oh, this I made, it's like a little pencil board type thing. This is from Lasny Korea. I thought it needed a little bit of a pop, so I went over the edges with a Sharpie pen, and this is like my stained glass washi dashboard. These are the trimmings from washing the inside covers inside of this. I always save these and make a little stained glass dashboard because why throw it away, right? It's cute. So that marks my current day. And this is my first week. So here, these are I don't want to say they're running dailies because they're not, because I mapped them out ahead of time, but these kind of look like running dailies. So far I've had to back plan in here, and then I was on Christmas break when I first got it. So, oh my gosh, you guys, I have like many hiccups because I was drinking coffee before I started. I apologize. So I'm thinking what's going to happen here is this is the format I'm going to go with. I'm going to put my focus of the day and appointments over here, and then more details over here. And then if something is happening on a daily basis that requires a ton of room, I always have my note pages in the back where I can do like a day on a page or 2 days on a page or something like that. So again, I'm using just pen and marker, no stickers so far, and I'm not a big sticker person. Like, I don't use sticker kits I don't like it at all. I feel like it's more customized if I just do it myself, with like doodles and coloring. So this is the same layout here. And then I tried this one, which is just like an extension of each day, and it worked, but I don't like it as much. So I went back to this one. Something that I started in my Moleskine was using the space at the top of the page to put something about that week. Here I have more space at the bottom of the page, so like something I'm trying, something I'm focusing on, what I'm reading, what I'm loving. So that changes week to week. This week I began reading The Hot King, which I just finished last night at like 1 o'clock in the morning. And I'm devastated to find out that the next book doesn't come out for like 2 years. So there's that. Yeah, and so this is the current week. It looks very different because I'm on break. And I pretty much do what I want when I want, when I'm on break. So I have like this big to-do list here, and just checking it off as I go. And then as things come up each day, put them here. And then I will fill this out at the end of the week. And yeah. And this is next week. I haven't done anything to it yet, obviously, but I'm probably going to do the same thing. This is a little bit more of a crunch week, where I have things that I'm going to have to get done before I go back to work. So it'll probably look similar. I'll just take it a little bit more seriously. And then we jump to the back where my note pages are. This is just a little sticky note that gives me information about my nephew's feedings, because he is such a big boy. He's growing up so fast, and things change a lot as to how much he's eating and when and whatever. And then we jump into my memory planning. So, like I said, I was in the Moleskine. There's no room for me to do any memory planning, which I hate. I hate so much because I have a Sprocket photo printer. I love to print pictures from my phone and stick them in my planner, and there just wasn't any room for it. So I got more sticker sheets for Christmas and printed a whole bunch of pictures from the past year and caught up on my memory planning. Like it wasn't that much that happened, but just so that I have it in here. So this is 2019's memory planning. Got my master's degree. My husband, his friends gave him the color blindness glasses, and he got to see the color yellow for the first time, which was awesome. My nephew was born as an aunt for the first time. Babysat on Christmas Eve. Got a really nice card from my husband. So there's that. Let's see here. Then we jump to the list section. So I spilled coffee on this, you guys, like right before I started this video. I'm so pissed off. Now I'm gonna have to like doodle the edges or something. That was so dumb of me. But whatever. So here we have the lists in the back. I'm gonna skip that. Makeup list and a do not buy list, which I find to be very useful, so that I know what looked awful on me and I don't waste my money on it again. Skincare, OPI polish, and then this is what I was doing when I spilled freaking coffee on my planner. So my 100 list in the back, I have decided to split in two and do books that I would read twice and shows on TV that I would watch twice. So AKA my favorites of all time. And I hope that over the years I will add more to these lists. I actually just added 2 to my books to read twice because I finished the ACOTAR series, and I'm 3 books in of the 4 that there will be in the Books of Babel series, and I absolutely love them. So I added them there. And because I don't have 100 of anything to list yet, and I'm hoping over time, like books always take priority over TV. So over time, as I get up to like 50 books, I will make my, if I'm still in Hobo Weeks, I will make my 100 list just books. But I don't want it to be like books that I've read, because some books that I read suck. Like I don't want them on my 100 list. That's just for a note page where I make note that I read it, and then I'll give it, X amount of stars out of 5 based on how I felt about it. And another reason that I'm hurrying to get this video out is because I am 2 books away from reading 30 books this year, which is a lot considering, working full time and got my master's degree, and also I take a lot of naps. So I'm in the middle of those 2 books, and I would love to finish both, but I at least want to finish one of them before the new year, and I've only got a few days left. So, yeah, I will be really happy if I'm able to pull that off. And then here is my back cover, which is, again, washi taped the same way with some laminated die cuts that are my favorites. And that's that. So I ultimately moved into this because I'm doing the cash system where I use clips. So I clip out budgeted amounts of money per pay period for different expenses, and it helps you pay off your debt and bulk up your savings account. And this is the general dimensions of a dollar bill. So I want my planner to be with my wallet, and it doesn't work well in the pocket size. That you have to fold up the cash, and it doesn't work that well. So I have this here. I have a gallon leather cover on the way. So I just Velcro dotted my weeks in here, and I've got cash right in here. And I don't have any clips on it right now because, again, I'm on break and I'm not really spending any money. I'm pretty much just home. So, yeah, that's that, you guys. I hope that this gives you a little bit of insight into why I went back to the Hobo Weeks and how I'm using it, and helped you if you've been on the fence about it. I mean, I like it. It's not my dream planner dimension wise, but setup wise it is. So maybe one day they will make a Hobo Weeks or call it something else that isn't so tall, and I will be in planner heaven. But until then, for the foreseeable future, I will be in this Hobo Weeks. So I look forward to seeing what you guys have going on for 2020. If there's any last minute decisions that change your plans, I find all of that very interesting, and it's comforting to know I'm not the only one who goes through it. So thank you guys for watching, and Happy New Year. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.